What's up? We are back with another episode of Two for the Culture. How you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel good. What's today? Monday?
Today is Monday, the 17th.
17th. Okay, cool. All right. Cool.
Yes, sir. And I'm Justin Devante.
I'm Stephen Ray.
And we are back. How's your weekend?
Weekend was good, man. A lot of work done. I'm starting a new thing with Race City.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going harder this year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I did a couple hundred videos over the course of the year.
Okay.
And I am going to do what Country Wayne said. He was like 3 videos a day, which for me is a little different. But yeah, so I scripted for all those, and then today I filmed the first 21. That's the first week. So
oh wow,
yeah. So it's gonna have to be like that every week for me.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
My plan, huh?
How many hours is that?
Hours. I've actually been documenting it. So the scripting process for all 21 was about 5 hours and like 45 minutes.
Okay.
And then the filming was actually 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay.
So the meat of it, of course, is the editing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm just starting it, getting a roll on it, and I'm gonna do it again another day this week, so I could at least be 2 weeks up. So I'm not like scrambling and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my weekend. How about yours?
It was cool. Yeah. So of course, I'm working during the weekend a lot, but the weekend we had a little time off. Me and my girlfriend, so we spent that together.
Yeah.
And we got some pedicures.
Yeah,
from a place. Yeah. That was cool. They had like now they got like the little mimosas and stuff. You get wine and water or whatever. So
I was gonna ask you, did you have them hoes? What's it called with the gel over it or something?
No, they did like a natural buff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the feet. Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Which is cool. They didn't like go crazy with it. It's more of a like a feel good experience more than anything else. It's nothing I would do. Like I'll probably do like once every couple of years or once a year or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I never felt the need to do it. It's just like something like more of a bonding experience more than anything.
Uh-huh.
And they was chatting it up with my girlfriend or whatever, and they were both like Americanized. It's not like they had the accent or whatever.
Oh, okay. That was racist.
No, because
that was definitely racist.
Not really, because it's like Vietnamese dominant. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So if people who get their feet and nails done, that it's Vietnamese dominated, and they have heavy accents, because then the people who did our toes wasn't from here. They wasn't born here, but they went to high school here.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just saying it's not a language barrier. Yeah. I don't even think that sounds racist, but to each his own.
You just say it like we just got our feet and toes done, but they actually didn't have an accent.
Yeah, they didn't have because if you know, you know what I mean. And
I know.
Yeah. So I'm just saying it wasn't really language. When I said they was talking, very communicating, and just having a natural conversation. That's what I mean. Like, hey, yeah, but it wasn't like, all right, this language barrier is so heavy. Why even discuss, having a conversation?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I was saying.
See, I didn't feel uncomfortable. Like they were.
I never said we felt uncomfortable, but I'm just saying enough to have a conversation about life and what's going on.
With everybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So the girl who's doing my feet, she went to high school here. She had her own life story or whatever. And then the guy that was doing her feet was a gay Asian dude. He was cool, lived locally, and so they had everything that there was referring what we should eat out and try and different things like that. So that was cool. And then we had so we first went to this one place that my girlfriend wanted to try. I wanted to try it too. I'm not going to name the place. It was black owned. But
What's it called, nigga? Or something?
nah. I'm not naming because it wasn't a good experience.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went there.
Why? What was?
So
Did they
first,
have
so
accents?
you too funny. Nah. Yeah. So when I first heard about it, it was because I was picking up a lady who worked there, and she was talking about her experience she had that day, and how they ran out of food, and she was, somebody was upset, ready to like jack with her, and she was just telling about it, and just over the phone. Like, I forgot what they ran out of. I felt like it was oxtails, but it probably wasn't that. Mm. And yeah, so she was very upset and argumentative. So, so I'm, still wanting to give it a chance. So my girlfriend heard about it because, through her own people, like it's known to maybe have a long wait, and, they do run out of things. So that we both came in with that open mind, like, hey, people saying, hey, they ran out of food, the food's great, but yeah, sometimes it's kind of hit or miss if you can have the item it shows on the menu.
Right.
Okay. So
damn. So that's a back review before you even walk
exactly. In? Yeah.
They might have it.
So yeah. yeah. So we get there, and then take our order. Well, first sign, they didn't have the alcohol that you wanted, which was like either champagne or tequila, and so they didn't have tequila, which is like a natural alcohol that you just
tequila. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Not even her brand tequila in general.
Okay.
Like, hey, they got to do an alcohol run. So they didn't have that, which was like, okay, we'll live. So we got waters, and then we order our food. I forgot what I had. All right, I maybe did. I can't remember what I did. So I ordered, she orders, and then about an hour into our wait, they come in and say, the owner comes in and says, hey, my staff half-assed and we're no longer serving brunch.
An hour later?
Yes, an hour later. Yeah.
And y'all not even drinking?
We're drinking water.
Damn.
Yeah, he's like, take my number down, and I'll comp your meal. Next time you won't have to pay anything. You'll have a free meal on us. So for me, I know that he's a new business owner. People who do like the Instagram catering and things like that, now they're transitioning to having an actual brick and mortar building. And you're managing a staff.
Yeah.
Now you got your own expenses, things that you don't calculate in your mind. It is a lot.
How new are they?
I would be stretching to say they're 6 months in. I would be stretching to say that. Okay. I don't know though. He may be longer, but the establishment, how it's ran, is clearly new.
Yeah.
There's no question about it, because I heard about that situation months ago. About them not getting the food correct. Yeah. And perfect. And so when we get there and we have that experience, it's like, okay, that's kind of what I expected. He's a young dude trying to get things correct. I'm not even mad.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, but she is, obviously. You here for yeah. So we leave this establishment. I took his number down. I'm probably not going to use the complimentary meal because it's just not what I do or even care about. So, but it's a pricey meal. We didn't pay for it because we didn't get it.
Right.
So then we went to Noir. Noir. Noir.
Yeah, Noir.
Yeah. So everybody tells me, that the food's great there, and you'll have a good time. I've never heard anybody say that the food was bad ever.
Right.
So I'm thinking it's gonna be overhyped. Another black-owned restaurant.
Okay.
It's both of the. Well, Noir is more, and I'm probably saying the name wrong. It's more of a fine dining experience.
It sounds like it.
Than the other spot. But they both have comparative prices. Maybe Noir is very a tad bit more expensive. Like if the salmon at the other place was $30, this one's gonna be $40. I'm just naming a price. So they're like, comparable, but the other one's Nora's gonna be a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I get there, well, we can't. Oh, keep in mind that we had a reservation already at Nora, but she canceled it because we walked into the other place. Yeah, so she tried to scramble to get reservations. It's like, hey, it's busy. The bar, we may have seats at the bar, but it's not like we can save your seat at the bar. It's comfort, first come, first serve. So we get there. They luckily have seats at the bar for us. We sit, take our food, wait a little bit, and then our food comes out. I get the lamb chops, potatoes, and eggs. It's brunch. Yeah. So
okay, so it's still what? So it's still brunch time?
Yeah. It's like because we had reservations at the nail shop is what I'm calling it. At maybe 11. Yeah. So brunch is gonna be until maybe 3 or 4.
Right. I was just going off of the other place. How you said the staff, he was understaffed.
Yeah.
And we're not doing brunch anymore.
Well, I'm not going to say he was understaffed. I'm saying that they didn't do a great job at cooking whatever they was preparing. So
hold on. So he basically said my staff sucks.
Yes.
Oh my God.
He said pretty much. I
thought he was saying like, bro, I'm understaffed. No, he said like.
Yeah. They wasn't whipping up whatever correctly.
Okay. Well, okay. Okay, so I was going off of the time frame. I thought it was like 3 already.
Yeah, we probably got there at 12:30, and then waited till 1:30. I was watching the game, chilling. It was taking long for the food to come out, but it's kind of what I expected.
Right.
Nora ran slightly.
I think it's Noir.
Yeah. Or what? Yeah. People say different, but who knows?
I was just trying to save you from doing it for another hour.
Yeah.
Long story short.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Yeah. But do you know? NOIR.
Yeah. There is a certain type of photography. It's called noir.
Okay.
And it's spelled like that.
NOIR.
Yes.
Okay.
So I would assume that it's called noir.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
And it gives off that feel. Stylish feel.
The good establishment is what I would say. The established establishment looking at.
All right.
But yeah. So the place we had lamb chops, I had potatoes, I had some fruit. And I also had a bougie margarita or bougie sangria.
Oh, right.
That was hitting. The bougie sangria was hitting. My girlfriend had the same drink as me, as well as her meal was like salmon stuff with grits.
Okay.
And fruit on the side or something like that. When I had the eggs with the potatoes and eggs, I took one bite of potatoes and instantly got happy. Like the whole mood changed. It was so weird. Like, I'm happy now. At first I was like, this is gonna be like an overhyped experience.
Shit, did they comp your meal too?
No.
You damn near a brand ambassador right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I was like, wow, this is actually the best cheese and eggs I've ever had in my life. Somehow, I don't even get it how they made it that well. So my food was great. Her food was great, and then we had a great experience.
Right. This sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like I need a.
Yeah. No, like now that it's like okay, it's no longer overhyped. It is very worth the price. Cause because it was great to see because it's comparative to a fine dining experience. Don't get me wrong, but it's also black owned, so. I just want to.
So it's not.
No. I'm just saying that some people like to think that just because black owned is like, bro, you should be charging a little less. Right. That's why I say it like that. But hey, I highly recommend. Would definitely go again.
Yeah.
The guy who owns it also owns a club called Links. I haven't been in. But
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've did trips there several times. So it's a very popular spot. Huh?
Did you take me there one time?
No, I've never took you there. I've never been inside. You did pickups there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I'm familiar. But hey, I would say 9.3 out of 10.
Whoa.
Yeah. No, it was.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because I went to Church and Union last time, which was a good experience. I liked my burger. I liked a lot of those things, but that place was so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even a question.
Did they have somebody playing a piano in there or something?
No. I wouldn't even say that. Yeah. It wasn't like that. It was very busy inside though, for sure.
Yeah.
And it was a monsoon outside. You know, this was on Saturday, so it was raining. Yeah, so it was a lot of people there. So we get back here since it was raining. I was like, I'm not gonna drive right now. So we decided to turn on a TV show, a new Netflix series called reality TV called Temptation Island. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, so
what is it on Hulu?
Netflix. It's called Temptation Island.
I'm sure I can just imagine where this is going.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. So let me set it up for you. Okay. So couples go on Temptation Island.
Yeah.
First, there's 4 couples. So 4 girls, 4 guys. All right. So then so what the show is trying to do is tempt the other couples into doing something to show their loyalty. So there's 12 men, 12 women, all single women trying to pursue the couples in their relationship.
How many people are here? Hold up. There's 12 men, 12 women.
So there's 4 couples, so 8 people.
Okay.
4 women, 4 men.
Yes.
So they're together.
Yes.
Then
8 out of the.
So how it happens is then the couples are together, and then they bring out 12 women, 12 men. The couples are going to separate. The 12 women go with the 4 men, and the 12 men go with the 4 women, and they're all on separate islands. Yeah, so you can see how messy this shit is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Why any woman would ever decide to think that was a good idea to bring their men there is beyond me.
I was thinking the opposite.
Why they?
Oh, well, shit. Yeah, both. Yeah.
Right. I could see. So this is where the psychology game comes along, because when you're on TV, it's Netflix.
Absolutely.
So women are going to be less promiscuous than they would be if it was behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Men are going to be men. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So the one dude, the one black dude that was on the show.
One.
He was no. Excuse me. The one black dude of the couples.
Right.
So there's three white men, 1 black dude, 1 black girl, and 3 white girls. And one, maybe she's Asian or something. Yeah, she's something. Yeah, she's not white though, or all the way. So the one black dude, he's like, bruh, he's like, I like threesomes. You know, he's like, yeah. That's how he starts out the show. I'm highly sexual. I like threesomes. My girl won't let me have threesomes. You know,
as soon as he gets to the house.
But that's before it. This is like during the interview process.
Interviews. Yo, what's up? I like threesomes.
Yeah. Of course it didn't go like that. So I was like, all right, bruh.
Him.
Yeah. I was like, because at first I played a game with my girlfriend. Who you think is gonna cheat?
Right.
I like none of them gonna make it. Yeah, it's in my head. I was like, none of them are really gonna make it out the show. All of them will cheat. And she's like, you should have faith. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, bruh, because I thought in my head that the 12 girls are designed for them to tempt.
Right.
But the 12 girls are actually there being single, trying to find a man. And trying to find their man, which is weird. So I was like, I thought they was like paid to like, hey, you gotta tempt them to fall. You know what I mean? But they was actually, no, I'm actually pursuing love too.
So I'm gonna take somebody's man.
Yes. And the 12 men is I'm gonna take somebody's
girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So
perfect little
yeah
concoction.
So it's a great show because it is messy as hell.
Oh God.
And they set it up every step of the way to be messy.
Yeah.
So a part of how they make it messy is because they're all on the island and they have what's called bonfires.
Right.
So they each show the person a clip of what's going on in their part of the island first. So any messy moment you talking about her man, like one person was like, why, dear God, why did the universe send me this piece of shit man? So
she said that.
Yes.
To herself.
She said that to another guy. Yeah.
To another guy.
Yeah. And another girl says, my man has bitch tendencies. Yeah. So keep in mind,
they're watching that on the other side.
So that's not the first bonfire, by the way. I'm just not remembering the first one.
Yeah.
But it was all like set up to like, damn, this is what you saying about this is how you really feel.
Bet.
No, this wasn't the first bonfire, so they was already having like establishing connections because all of the women, of course, there's beauties behind the eye of the beholder, but all the women are bad to somebody and definitely beautiful.
Yeah.
So you gonna out of the 12 women, you gonna find what you like in there.
Right.
That's not even a question. So, so pretty much.
What episode did you get to?
I'm close to the end.
Okay.
Do you want me to spoil it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So so the black dude. So all four of them, in my eyes, they kind of all but one cheated.
All right.
Straight up. The only reason they spared his ass.
Yeah.
The only reason he didn't cheat is because the girl, her name was Alex. She wasn't feeling him.
Damn.
She was feeling the black dude. And she wound up having a threesome with the black dude with another chick.
Yep.
Yeah. And so she spared him. Yeah, otherwise, because he was like, hey, I'll take a shot of this margarita if you kiss me. And she said, I don't even like tequila. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in her room was a big ass bottle of tequila.
Yeah. So she's like, bruh, I ain't really feeling this man like this.
Yeah.
So that's only reason why is because she kind of spared his relationship. And she didn't really show the really unflattering clips of him, I feel like. So the show spared him and she spared him.
Yeah.
But the black dude, he came out, he gets his threesome or whatever, comes out the bathroom, he's like, damn, it's morning time. Keep in mind, they gonna show the clips of this happening to his girl. Yeah. And then he comes in like, you have your the follow up after what happened to yourself with all the cameras talking about the incident. He's like, I just came out of a threesome. I don't have no regrets. Yeah. Honesty is the best policy. Yeah. Doesn't she want honesty? Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would you go on a show like that if you?
That's what I was going to ask you. But long story short, the part is you can tell she still wants her man.
Yeah.
Who? The black girl who saw him. She was like, if this was reality, this would never happen. He's only doing this because you're island. He's not by me. Blah,
girl,
blah, blah.
It already happened.
Yeah. And then the other two white girls.
It was his idea. He's like, hey, they got a show on.
Yeah,
Netflix.
The other two white girls broke up with their man. Yeah, because you also get a tablet to during. Later on in the episode to record yourself for 30 seconds saying, hey,
I still want
to be speaking to you. Yeah. And you can either record that 30 seconds or not send them anything at all. Yeah. So two of the guys didn't get anything at all. And of course that hurt.
Damn.
Yeah. And so, but they were sending recordings and kind of mixed messaging a little bit. And then the one couple who the dude that didn't cheat, they're like, I'm proud of you. You're the only one that stay strong in it. And then he's like, I love you. I miss you. This makes me want us to be together. Yeah. And then he's like, you're the only one I want. This is all I wanted. Proof you're my number one. Blah blah blah. So they got stronger in it. Only one couple got stronger in that shit.
Right.
Yeah. The other sounds right. The black woman, she in denial. Yeah, pretty much. And then two, they broke up, and now they're pursuing the other guys in the house.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah. So that's
wilder than any other Netflix show that I've seen.
Yeah, it's extremely wild because it's number one, messy. Because this is how messy they are. So not only do they have the bonfire where they show eclipse after days of them having sex with other people,
right?
They have this tent to where there's like, hey, you can go inside the tent and we can't film you. We just hear the sound. So, of course, they film you going into the tent. So if you go into the tent, the other house gets a blaring signal, like it's like and it turns red. As soon as they enter, so both houses get it. If a woman goes in there with another guy, then they hear it on the other house. If another man goes in with one of those women, they hear it on each side. So they don't know what happened. They don't even
as fuck. Huh? They're being quiet as fuck, not saying anything.
They're going inside the tent, and it alerts the other island. So it's not being quiet because the only thing you're trying to do is not see them. Hey, I'm trying to fuck in this tent, or I'm trying to kiss in this tent.
Yeah.
But it's going to alert. But they don't know who's going inside the tent. They just know that somebody went inside the tent.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So they just know somebody went in, but you just said that sound was being recorded.
No, sound inside the tent is recorded.
Can they hear that?
No, not until you get to the bonfire. You can see who went inside the tents, or if they're moaning, or if they're lip smacking, or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can be quiet, but you're also having sex inside the tent, so you may be moaning. Or they got hella audio, a boom mic, so you can hear like, does this feel good? You know what I mean? Yeah. And Jesus. They're mouthing it out in the subtitles.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's how messy it is. So people like this one. The black girl, this is before he has a threesome. He didn't go inside the tent, but she was crying, thinking like, I hope it's not him. Meanwhile, he's having a whole threesome outside of the tent, so it don't even matter.
Yeah.
So he gonna see that.
Okay, outside for real.
Right.
He don't care. He has no regrets.
Yeah, exactly.
No regrets,
bruh. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I'm not really surprised. They have a lot of different shows. I felt like we're leading up to that. I think that's the Thanos of all of the shows that they had before.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, why somebody would do this to show loyalty? That's a hard way to play a game, because you're with beautiful women for several days. Like, I know they've at least been for 10 days.
Yeah.
And you're going on, y'all got scheduled dates with you can pick somebody you got to go on a date with. You're taking shots at the house, drunk as hell.
I couldn't get on a show like that.
Bruh, I was like, for what?
I feel like to get on a show like that, your relationship, either one is not, I don't know if your relationship is real or not. Like, why would you go on there? It's kind of like, what's the word? Common sense. Yeah. Like, bruh, why would you do that?
I think it's just famous.
Maybe
like it's a part of that is want to be famous.
I dated somebody before, and they had an opportunity to go on this show called something with an X. To where they would go on an island, and I guess a bunch of different people would see their exes on the island and kind of see what happens. And she turned it down. I mean, maybe she turned it down because of me. I was like, the fuck are you doing? Like, what is this? But she definitely thought about the money.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure. So
I mean, there's a lot of money. Then
absolutely,
it still builds your fame at the same time.
It does.
Yeah. So you can play it better.
I wonder if somebody like transitioned out of that to like a better, not a better, but more range to their celebritism.
Right. So I mean,
is that a word?
I'm sure. Yeah. So like Love Is Blind. Right. Now they're
no, I ain't talking about Love Is Blind.
But I'm just saying.
I'm saying Temptation Island type.
Well, I mean that this first season. Who knows? It depends on how likable you are.
No, I'm saying right now. Like, can you think of anybody in your head that started off on something like that? That's just like they have a I don't know a career of. I mean, that's not that. But
yeah, but I mean, you get the Love and Hip Hops of the world. You know, it's just reality television.
Yeah.
And if you're charismatic, you can, in your drive and you got the right team around you, you can flip into a lot of different things.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like very well. Bad Girls Club and shit like that.
But he clearly wanted to go there for a threesome, the black dude. Like, that was really on his mind.
He manifested that shit.
Yeah.
He definitely walked out with the win.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, it's 12 women, and they bad, and they young, and they drinking.
I don't understand why you.
And they on the island with them by themselves. So, yeah.
I feel like it's just a certain type of person. You got to be a certain type of person to go on there. You know, and I feel like those shows are really only made for like the college ages, you know.
Nah, because there's men on the other island that are 36.
Shit.
Yeah. And they're in their 30s. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
some of them 30. Some of the young dudes are 22.
I got friends that would do that.
Yeah.
I don't know about in a relationship. I don't know. Maybe they would. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could make it. It could be. I mean, the island is lit for the guys. Yeah. For the other guys at 12 Islands, like, bruh, like that don't even seem that lit. Like, you just having fun amongst your boys, really, kind of, because a lot of those girls aren't gonna be with it, not because they don't want to, it's because their image. So they can't just be
their image,
having sex immediately on the island. You got to be like strong in your player. So they become a lot of them like, you're my bestie. You know what I mean? Type of shit. And then, but some dude, like the two that broke off, it's the white girl. She's pretty much, they have and the black dude that's on the island, they probably going to have sex. Yeah. But that was stemming off of some breakup type stuff. And then another girl, she saw her man having sex with another person. So that opened her up to be, more out there. So she kissed another guy and she's into the young dude that's on there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they may end up something, but it may be like too much. You know what I mean? We'll see.
They don't usually ever work out.
Yeah, of course it's not. But
there's one couple though. I don't know if you ever seen it. Love Is Blind with it was a black girl and a white dude.
Yeah, no, they told me about it. Yeah,
I think they still together.
Yeah. Well, there's some couples on Love Is Blind work, but this ain't that. This ain't this ain't designed for people to stay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is designed for literally mess. Like, how can we create some messy shit for TV?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That sounds like an amazing watch.
It literally it is.
What's the next episode?
Yeah. Like we binged it for real, and we haven't binged anything in a long time. Yeah. So we like we're on. It was Saturday, so we're on Monday, and we probably got maybe 2 episodes left.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's how I like to watch Netflix shows anyway.
Yeah. So
literally just like
Temptation Island. But if you was with your boys, then it would be like hella fun. But if you come in there as a couple, you just know that your shit's gonna probably get ruined.
Yeah. That's how it always kind of seemed to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you ever seen The Ultimatum?
Yes.
I love that. It's so messy. But what you're talking about is like times 5.
Yeah. The Ultimatum, you got to pick another couple,
right?
And
you got to marry them.
Yeah, exactly. That one is like you can't get out of your couple. You can't choose nobody else. Yeah. So you stuck with the good and the bad of them, and that's just gonna be a turnout because they're not gonna probably be your partner. Yeah, for the most part. But that's completely, if you ain't tied to that one chick that's there's another chick that's bad and another. Yeah.
And
then not only that, and not only that, they kick off people on the show, and they also bring up. So if they kick off two boys and two girls, they're bringing in another 2 boys and another 2 girls. So yeah, so they getting badder. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, you don't like them? All right, let's bring up some more.
That's messy as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a funny show. Have you watched Drewski's show?
I watched a little bit, like the Could Have Been Love.
Yeah, that shit is funny.
Yeah.
That's grade A entertainment.
Yeah. But that's just entertainment. He ain't really looking for love for real.
But it's amazing.
I mean, yeah.
He man got studs on there. Bro.
Is he kissing the studs?
He had kissed one stud on the last one. Not like a big super smooch, but like they basically won a challenge in a way. They won a challenge and he like pecked them on the lips. He pecked them on the lips, but
why are you calling him?
I don't know.
Because it sounds wild.
I don't know why I did that. That's hilarious. I naturally did that shit.
Yeah. That's how much. Funny. That's how much the stud looks like a man.
No, which is like I just super stereotyped studs. Like when I did that. No, like it wasn't like a super masculine stud.
Oh, okay.
But either way, that's funny. And they had Dr. Umar on there.
Yeah. That's the one
talking to the white girl.
Yeah.
Everybody that wasn't black. He was talking to them and just like grilling their ass for not being black for real. Mm-hmm. It was hilarious. Like, you gotta watch this.
Yeah.
The Dr. Umar episode is probably the most funny. Yeah. That shit, I think that shit had got like 1 million in like a couple of hours.
Oh wow. Yeah. I definitely probably got to see that joint. I started to watch it, but I got distracted.
Yeah, it's super messy. Messy. Like in a ghetto way. Girls fighting.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
So it's like on some Zeus shit.
Zeus, yeah. This is like what's that show called? Flavor of Love.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
50% of the women have anger management issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as soon as the word bitch flies out, you gonna see hands like from somewhere. It's a girl from Memphis on there. She definitely beating girls up.
Yeah, you applauded
under the table, just clapping my hands.
Yeah.
No, that's a
so it's watch. like the Zeus one with the Aaron the plumber.
Yes, in a way. Yeah, he is coming up, bruh. Did you see the video with Aaron the plumber? This man he filmed himself. First of all, he's trying to fight everybody in the world, right?
Yeah.
So he got all that hype and all that type of shit, and then he filmed it. There's a clip. It's about like 1 minute long, and it starts off, and it's three different clips put together. The first clip is him saying, "I need that fade. I need that fade. Yo, whack. Whack 100. Like whack. I need that fade. This other dude." I need that fade on Blood or on like whoever he was talking to. It was mostly the Bloods. It's like on the Bloods, I need that. I need boop. And it went to the next clip. Next clip was him in the bed with the phone. With the phone up like this, and it was on speaker, and it was Whack. Whack was like, "Nigga, we don't give a fuck about none of that shit." It was like, "Nigga, we'll kill your mama, your girl, your kids. We don't give a fuck about nothing. And he was like, "Bro, I wasn't even like really on that for real." I wasn't even really like boop. And then it went to the third clip, and the third clip was him in the car. And it was somebody filming on the passenger side. And he's looking over at the passenger side while he's driving. And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to the jailhouse. He's like, "I'm going to the police. I'm going to the police." He said, "Killing moms, they want to off moms." He said, "They want to off moms? Oh, he got to go. He did it.
Yeah.
Boop, and then it stopped.
I respect that. That's hilarious.
What do you mean?
No.
The man was like, "I'll fight you, nigga. I'll fight you.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh, it's up then." And he's like, "Nah."
No. I'm just saying, he like, "Bro, I'm trying to fight. I have a boundary. You put family involved? No. Yeah. Like, I respect it. Like, bro, there's a boundary to his limit. You know what I mean? He ain't just... and then he's recording himself backtracking. I kind of respect that, low-key.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny to me.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
The whack was for real.
Because he's like, I ain't gonna go...
You trying to harm my house? They talk about killing kids. Nah, he did it. I'm going to the police right now.
Nah,
that was too funny.
That's hilarious,
bruh. That was too funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some random questions, bro.
All right, what you got for me? Fire away.
All right, so sponsored by ChatGPT. So, on this podcast, we do a lot of talking about relationships, politics, and the culture.
Yeah, right.
So I got a whole bunch of random things to talk about. Since we're in a laughing mood right now, I'll ask one of these. So we'll start with relationships.
Okay.
All right. And I haven't answered these in my head or anything.
Oh, okay. And I'm hearing these for the first time.
Yeah. He's hearing these for the first time. So I'm gonna just go off something random. Is sliding into DMs the modern version of "May I court you" or just digital thirst?
It all depends on how you do it, but it can be both.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the answer you like.
Is it like? Do you think that the art of getting to know someone is dying? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Hold on. Not necessarily like when you go out and you're on a date or whatever. I'm saying like the first initial hollering at somebody. Mm-hmm. Do you think that has or is dying?
I want to go back. I want to hold that question because I want to go back to what you just said about the sliding to them. What it is that note. Do you like me? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Or maybe.
Yeah.
That's what sliding into DMs remind me of. Because it is hard to say how you feel in person. Mm-hmm. So you want to at least, take that rejection by yourself. You don't want it to be front facing.
I feel like, do you
disagree with that?
I feel like, do you like me? Yes or no is way more aggressive than sliding into a DM.
That's
you just say, hey. You can say, hey. You can say, oh, I've seen somebody put a basketball emoji like, oh, my ball slid in your court. Something, but do you like me? Yes, and that's like.
I mean, that's very blunt and to the point,
right?
But at the same time, it is trying to get somebody's attention because that's somebody you like, so you want them to talk to you.
If anything,
so that's what. So, but yeah, it's not, of course, exactly equivalent, but that's very similar. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel like that's even what you just said is a part of what I'm saying about like the game aspect. Cause like you doing that and writing it on it and giving it to the girl in like the physical world, it's like it's like damn, he put his, that's like a dude walking across the street to a girl. She sees him walking the whole way, I'm like damn, like he's like really trying to get at me. So I feel like that's a upper level of what's the word? Just trying to get down, trying to holler at somebody. Is there another word for that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that it's both of those things.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about that, sliding to your DMs?
Of it being what? Like the new version of hollering at people?
Yeah.
It's definitely that. It's absolutely that. I think I have been in social media for so long and I'm so at this point, I'm used to the thought of whoever I get with is probably not in my city. Mm-hmm. So, and I've grown to get to this point though, just being in social media for so long and your videos do this and then you see somebody and then you're like, shit, she might reply because I got this many amount or I'm funny, whatever. So let me just say hi. Mm-hmm. So I have definitely indulged in that. But I before that though, or even now, if there is somebody that I think is cute or whatever, I will walk up to her and I'll ask. Yeah, rejected or not. Which I think I got rejected the last time I did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was at an airport. She was too fine.
What did she say to you?
Oh my God. No. I don't remember what she said. I was just like, it was just that feeling that's when I remembered really like, or actually thinking about it and assessing the whole thing now, that social media definitely like messes people up with that. Or the confidence, because you get confidence from failures, basically, or trying. So
okay,
with anything,
I
you don't agree?
Not really.
What are you?
You get confident. That's it.
Name anything.
You don't get confidence in failing.
Yes, you do.
You can build resentment from it. It just depends on who you are.
But anything. Anything.
If you keep on failing, that gets to you. That can get to you. Like, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should stop trying. Maybe I should move on to something else.
If you're name one thing you're confident in.
I'm confident in my ability to see the perception in people. If that makes sense. I don't know if that all the way makes sense.
Perception of people?
Oh, I'm able to see through people very easily. I'm confident in that ability.
Okay. Was there ever a time where you felt that you had to, was there ever a time that you had to develop that skill, or a time that you didn't have that skill?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you fail in that area?
But that wasn't an intentional failure.
I didn't say it was intentional. I'm saying,
but yeah, I mean,
built off of trial and error, like failing. Any confidence.
But I think that confidence also builds off of success. If you keep constantly succeeding in an area, that builds confidence.
I think we're both right here.
Yeah, I think it could be both. Okay. Like, yeah, it just depends. Like, you know, where you have the people what's the people who don't get girls? Incels. Oh. No. no, like people like who like build resentment from women because they constantly get rejected and they turn out to really dislike women. Yeah, or wanted to see them get shit. I'm not gonna say dislike, but wanted to see them get shitted on because they feel they have a lack of confidence in themselves. Right. But then if you get a lot of women, then you may build that confidence, and you know what I mean. So it can work both ways. And then, but I agree that it's trial and error that makes you great at what you do.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but it can also go the other way. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay. No, I think we.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're both right now.
Thing. Mm-hmm. Let me see. I'm gonna go with what you want: relationship, politics, or culture.
I will go keep on with relationship for 200.
Let's see. 200. Who suffers more from a breakup? Men, women, or the friends forced to listen to both sides?
It's definitely not the friend.
Absolutely. Yeah, okay, this is ChatGPT. It's going on the right track.
It all depends on who gets broken up with.
I say men.
Suffers the most?
Yes. Every time.
I think I want to agree with you, but it just if I'm breaking up with a girl, I'm not going to suffer the most. You know what I mean?
Because you're breaking up with a girl. I'm saying like
a
bad breakup on either side suffers the most.
Oh yeah, If the person, ask the question, the person if they're getting broken up with, which male or female suffers the most from the one that get married? Men, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think there's like oh shit! What the fuck?
There you go.
My bad. We got some technical difficulties.
We're good.
Make sure shit on. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
I feel like men, I think it's a statistic that men literally take things like way harder. But I think maybe it's because of like the friend structure and how men operate. That it's because of that. Because men don't really like me. I hate saying whatever's wrong in any relationship. Just for some reason, it's just like
saying
what's wrong,
like
in the
relationship. Telling her what she's doing wrong.
Telling my friends like,
okay,
this is going wrong in the relationship. It's like as soon as it leaves my mouth, I'm just like, did I really need to say that?
Okay. And I never felt that
from me. I know we talk all the time.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm saying like, venting is one thing. But again, I feel like with women talk more with their friends in general. So they have more opportunities to unload this pain or whatever it is. Not saying that they don't go through anything or it's not hard. I just feel like with men, I can't count on one hand men that come to me when they're like struggling in a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely have our friends who do so.
Yeah, it's few. I just feel like with women, it's a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not a woman, but it seems that every time I had a woman, like her friend circle is like they'll lift her up. You know, like everybody. Yeah. And everybody come over if she's going through it and all that, you know.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the support system is just a little different.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. The support system is different. But if somebody's going through it, I think we check on our people.
Yeah.
But yeah. We may not stop everything we're doing to make sure they're okay, but depends on what happened. You know, yeah. So if there's a point to where it's like, hey, bruh, I know how much because we have one of our friends, like, I know how much he loves her. Yeah. So if something goes awry and, you know, she cheats or something, like, hey, we need to check on this man because he's devastated right now. Yeah. And so it for a while, it was like we had our conversations when it would be not specifically cheating, but issues in a relationship. And then we'll come back and be like, bruh, we had the conversation like, bruh, we don't. She's not good for him. Right. He may not see this, but he's actually above her. And I feel that with a lot of guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of my friends. It's like, bruh, like, cause some women, they don't realize how much they struggle with the communication part of it, and then they also think very highly of themselves, so they don't think it's them.
That happens a lot. Yeah. You know, I guess there's certain type of people too that happens with. All in all, I just felt that the way men operate versus women, I could just see more so that men like really take shit like harder.
Absolutely. I mean, I can speak for myself. Yeah. I took my shit hard. Yeah, very hard. I don't even know if you can remember the time that, you know, when me and my ex-girlfriend broke up. That wasn't even a break. It wasn't even. We wasn't even together. To be honest, we was always on the back and forth, and then we was like, we're in a relationship, but we're not phase. So when you came in, it was more so we wasn't in a relationship, but I very much still loved her. Yeah. So I'm only gonna speak for myself. Yeah. So that was very troublesome for me. Yeah, it's really hard for me to get. Yeah.
No, but me too. Yeah, that was crazy. That was why I ain't never even seen me that low before. That shit was crazy. Like I was fucking working out, just fighting tears, working out because you know this relationship was so big and huge, and when it ended, it's just like, damn, it was like a death. It was like a death in the family. That shit was wild.
I mean, I can still say that I never wish that on me. like I never wish that on nobody, on me in particular. Like one thing, that it's hard for me to relive. Yeah. That is one of them. Yeah. That's just like one of my top things to relive because I just remember how like I'll be in a class and how I was the dot was so heavy I couldn't even hear anybody around me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you could be talking like Justin. I couldn't hear you. You know what I mean? That would be so loud. All I could think about was her. Yeah. And I like going through that motion that I would like any relationship. I was like, I'd rather be by myself than feel this. Yeah. Yeah. If I have to scramble and feel out and what you're doing and where you're at, I'm going to break up because I can't. I'd rather move on than have to feel this pain of worrying about you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
that was, No.
Yeah, to go on a full panic of overthinking, I'd rather be at peace. That's why I try to, I've been loyal, and Lord will not constantly be that. I'm humbly saying my loyalty is I just like peace, bro. Yeah. Just relax.
Yeah. No, that's a total different ball game.
Yeah.
That is wild. Like, I can even understand how, men in long-term relationship, married with kids and all that. Oh my God. Yeah. Like, if something happens and you got to deal with that shit, with kids and this and that and the houses and.
So now we're on a deep level, and I want to get just a tad bit more deeper, if I may.
Yeah.
How do you think, and I'll respond, but I want to ask you, how do you think your girl reacted compared to how you were reacting at the time, if you was to guess, during the breakup?
Oh, not the same at all. No, I was super totally surprised of how she was even acting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I was not. That was one of the main reasons why I was just like super messed up in the head. I was just like distraught. I'm like, man, I could have sworn this type of shit would never happen to me. Mm-hmm. And it was happening in real time, and it didn't stop happening. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it was just move after move after move. And I'm like, yo, I just felt like I was living in a different world. Mm-hmm. So on her side, I can't speak for, and I also can't speak for whatever drives a woman to act differently. So I'm sure 100% I had some type of play into that. Mm-hmm. Of pushing a certain person to their points just to give credit. But yeah, I was surprised. I was messed up about that. But how she reacted, it was already done. And I feel like it was a total different phase.
I see what you're saying. She was on the phase of getting over the situation, while you're just going through the breakup phase.
Yeah, I'm still in love. I'm still like, you're my woman and all this stuff, and then this is boom. Like, no.
Yeah. So that's very tough.
Yeah. So I'm thinking for women, which I hear a lot sometimes, they're already done. Like, they already done did the process, cried and this and that while you was at work.
Yeah, right.
Shit, by the time you get back and all this is that. So, yeah, it's kind of like commitment. Mm-hmm. The whole breakup phase, or them moving on. Mm-hmm. It's just committed to, I said I was going to leave this nigga. Yeah. I'm going to leave him. I'm going to do what I. So they're just in the commitment of what they already did. So that's probably like a whole different process of pain and all that for them. Depending on who they are, they could just be like evil.
Yeah. I think I have a sibling that's on that route. Like I don't know. I've never saw her in love.
Yeah. Okay, that's different.
Yeah. Whether she met, how she handles and moves is it's a study. You know what I mean? It's like fast and it's not. It's evil to whoever she's with. I look at it that way. Yeah. And how she moves, but it's like you can't disturb her emotionally. Like, you can't cheat on her a million times and she would react emotionally. Like really? That's not a true statement, but that's the feeling I get. Like, okay, but if you piss her off, it's enough for her to stab you.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
0 to 100 type.
No. I'm saying it wrong, and I'm not properly articulating myself. When I say piss her off, you could ask her the same question 10 times, and that's enough for you to get punched in the face. Okay. But yeah. But if you was to have sex with another chick, it wouldn't be that much disturbing. It wouldn't be enough for her to be physically violent with you.
Wow.
Yeah. Her emotion, maybe emotional intelligence, and maybe she hasn't met the right person. But from what I've seen, it's like, dang, do you love anybody, or do you love what they do for you? Yeah. So it's more of, I love if you can be a very good provider, and I'll emotionally react off your. This is my own synopsis. This could very well not be true, but I'll react off of the thing of the providing being taken away versus actually I can replace you with a million providers.
Right.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be you in particular. Yeah, it's just what you do for me. Yeah.
I could say, yeah. That's
interesting. But my girl
mix.
is not on that level. You know what I mean? She's she's very much into the person she's with.
Oh, you're saying your girl now?
They have. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like my girl can't paint her face. Yeah. She can't be like, grieving and I not notice it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. At least with me. Now she may be able to do that with her last partner, like maybe hide herself, but you can very much tell. She'll use words that I can tell exactly how you're feeling, like the way she'll say "interesting." You're like,
oh, interesting.
Yeah. It's like, say what you gotta say.
Do we gotta talk about it?
Yeah.
No, it's just interesting.
Yeah.
That's too funny. Where we at? Oh, we right on the hour.
You want to do a political one?
All right, let's see. A political one. It was something that I was looking at. I thought was pretty thought provoking. These are a couple good ones. So I'm gonna go with the first one. Has social media made political conversations better or worse?
Social media made political conversations better or worse?
Yeah, I would
say worse, right?
Yeah, I would think worse. There's too much information out there.
Yeah, and that's very vague. But I mean, and then it's everybody's opinion, and you don't know who's saying what, if they're actually a real person or if they're a bot. And so many people troll that I can never take it too serious. Like,
right. I do believe that. Mm-hmm. So, what political issues impact men the most, but are rarely talked about? What do you think?
What political issues impact men the most,
but are rarely talked about?
Do you got one that comes to mind?
You be on this a little bit more than me, so I was curious to what you would think.
I mean,
nothing on the top of your head.
I mean, nothing. I think that's rarely talked about. I think I would just go with, if I'm thinking of something that just comes to my head, I would say abortion. Because I mean, nobody talks about the man in that. It's rarely talked about that it takes two people to tango. Yeah. But you automatically eliminate the one as if his opinion doesn't matter.
That was a good one.
Yeah. So that's just kind of how it's like, dang, his opinion doesn't matter at all. Mm-hmm. So he's literally just a sperm donor in every situation. Yeah, and how they talk about it's women's rights and men choose, like they get a say. It's like, because it also took me to create that child as well. I understand that it is in your womb, but that is also my seed. Mm-hmm. So I should be at least to have a conversation, a say, and to be able to put into your decision making. Now, I don't have to be the person that puts the nail in the coffin, but like, hey, my opinion matters. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't really truly matter.
Yeah. So I think that's the one that comes off the top of my head. But I mean,
that's hard to even say for real, because it's really not my body. It's not. So, but there was something else that you said. It was another time about Section 8 housing and how like there's a certain funding for people basically like going through it or whatever, and like homes that are split up because men aren't there. Yeah, right. I think that could be one, because and then if there are people that are taking advantage of that, then it's really just in a way for the people that are taking advantage of it. It's solidifying homes that the family isn't together. Yeah, right. So it's like splitting up families, and kind of making it. I don't know if it would be a norm, but it would just it would strengthen the disrupt in families that don't I guess really have much.
Right. Yeah, definitely back in the old day for sure, because that's kind of what it was designed to do. I think, if you ask me, because the government is, if they giving out handouts, they taking something too. There's very few situations to where they don't get nothing in return. Yeah. Whether they'll say, "Hey, I want this thing in return," they gonna get something in return. And that's just kind of how it goes. So I think that was kind of the situation. Now that it's a fully fledged thing and may not be exactly what it's intended to be, what it used to be, I don't know. I still think, and I know it's not even I think, that this system can be ran way better, way more efficient. And if you truly cared about the people, you wouldn't have it ran the way it is currently.
Right.
Yeah. Do we have time for one more?
Let's see. What role? This is something that I thought was interesting. What role does emotional intelligence play in a successful relationship for men?
Emotional intelligence. What can you define emotional intelligence?
Emotional intelligence. So, instead of being like erratic, volatile with my emotions, if somebody says something 10 times and I want to punch them in the face, like you said, that's, your emotions aren't intact at all. But if you are emotionally intelligent, you could probably say, "Hey, I'm just letting you know it's like, I don't know if irritating is the best word, but it's making me a little frustrated when you say things over and over. Can you just say it this way for me?" That's it's eliminating.
And I think it was funny. I was in a sauna and he was an old head, and then he's like, he was talking about his daughter dating, and he's like, he lacked emotional intelligence, and she said that to his father. He's like, emotional intelligence? I need to look that up. That's some new shit. Yeah. So for me, emotional intelligence is like I shouldn't tell you how I feel. You should be able to read it on me. Yeah, you should be able to.
Oh, as in you should be the opposite person.
Like emotionally, you're supposed to be, your IQ intelligence is supposed to be able to kind of figure out what's happening. So if you
it might be a broad thing.
Yeah, that's my own definition. We'll have to look up to actually what the meaning is. But emotionally, you're supposed to kind of know what's going on. You ain't supposed to because a lot of people can lack the situational awareness. Like, hey, I'm actually pissing her off. I should stop making fun of her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm actually doing too much in this situation. I need to calm down. Yeah. So there's things to where it's like, hey, he lacks emotional intelligence because he kept on, poking the bear when he should have known that it was actually pissing me off.
Okay, so all right, you saying it's more like a read the room and yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Type thing. Okay, a back and forth. Okay, I never thought of it like that.
So that's just kind of how maybe it's more romanticized than that, but that's just kind of like, hey, he actually understands what's going on. Mm-hmm. He actually tries to approach me in a different way because he know that way wasn't effective.
Right.
But then now it can be also used as a way of communicating. Like, hey, this is kind of where I've seen it be used, is like, you're doing the run of the mill game and it's not effective. Yeah. Like, you're still trying the same old shit, knowing like, hey girl, yeah, like hey, hollering at the girl down the street, and you, hey girl,
like tone deaf.
Yeah, exactly. That could be lacking emotional intelligence. You're actually supposed to court me, Yeah, so it can be kind of skewed and used in different ways, but I think it's really more reading the room.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying with that. I can see
reading her body language.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, just maybe overall
situationally aware.
I think I actually think it's extremely important for men to be emotionally intelligent. I think more so than women, even though it's a big thing that you know, people say women are so emotional and this, and that. They got to get their emotions together and all that. Though, you know, a part of that, and I've seen with many women, that is true. I also feel like there can't be a leader in the house if this nigga doesn't have that. Like, I feel like there are a lot of stories that I've heard about men, all from women, where I realized, like, guys are like crazy, like for real, and nobody knows. You know, like, ain't no friend gonna tell you, yeah, you know, I just did this crazy ass shit, just something like maybe domestic violence, or I just stalked her and like went to her house while she was whatever. I've heard stories about a dude trying to climb up. This girl's on the second floor of a house, and he climbed up and like tried to get in her kitchen window. Like,
was they dating?
No, they broke up already.
Okay, I'm just saying it's not like it was somebody he saw at school.
I'm saying he is not in control of himself.
Yeah.
This man's a Spider-Man out here. Yeah. Like, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of men, even going down to domestic violence, even going down to being a leader in general, most times I've seen men, like, they always are in leadership roles. They always are intact. Like, they are intact with their emotions. They don't get out of control. They don't really raise their voice. They might say a fact or something and be stern with it, but never like, I ain't seen a president be like, man, fuck that.
Trump be like that.
It'll be
yeah. The Zelensky meeting was like a fuck all that. Yeah.
No, that was stern. That goes along with what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was stern. It was like, no, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna. It wasn't like
it wasn't.
No, man, get this man out of here. Like, he wasn't like that.
No, he can have that in him, but that's. There's a game to it too. Yeah. So yeah, he ain't gonna be that in front of the cameras in the world. You know what I mean? But yeah. So there's.
I still don't think he'll get loud.
But I'm just saying presidents in general. Yeah. That is. I don't think that truly speaks to their stoicism. Yeah.
It's got to. They have to get there and do the role.
I'll give them credit because it's not that they ain't the wildest. Yeah, they showing their ass.
Yeah,
but. To me, that's more orchestrated than it gives them credit for how they are in private, because they're probably just as crazy like us. But yeah. I mean, like JFK, all them, how much pissy Clinton and them was getting on Epstein. You know, you got flight logs on Epstein Island. Them some wild boys. Yeah. This is straight up.
Wild boys.
Yeah, and you got to kill people.
Yeah.
You're a wild boy to be a president. I don't care what you say, but you ain't probably coming up and be like, hey, I'm gonna jump up a tree to Melania's house. But I mean, I think you really that's an interesting conversation where you landed. Because there's times to where I'll speak to myself about myself. There's times to where you're like, bro, I want to pull up. Yeah. I want to pull up on her ass right now.
Yeah.
But I know, thank God, I have the perception of how it would look.
That's emotional intelligence.
But it's hard not to. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the clip of the dude? He was like, all I'm saying is, if we arguing and I tell you shut up, don't you think it's wise for you to shut up?
No. Yeah.
Oh my God, that shit was so. It was on the Joe Budden podcast, bro. It was this old dude. He started. Everybody was like, "What this man about to say?" Like, if I tell you, he was like an older guy. Yeah. You could tell he done slapped some women around.
Yeah.
If I tell you, nobody should be fighting, but don't you think it would be wise for you to shut up if I tell you to shut up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but men should be more emotionally intelligent. That's all I'm saying. It could go in leadership roles. It can go in relationship, which is sort of the same thing. Your community.
You ain't never did no crazy shit in a relationship?
Crash. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Not like climbing walls, but like, yeah. No, there are definitely times where I had to look in the mirror and be like, "Hey, bro, we can't ever like say stuff like that anymore," or just like growing up being different relationships. Yeah. No, there's a lot of things. And now I'm like, now it's down to the point of like, if I even the other time I was here and I had got an argument with somebody, and then I had to check myself, and I'm like, damn, it wasn't like crazy. Yeah. But now it's like I'm all the way down here checking myself. Yeah. Just like, bro, we gotta be better.
Yeah. I mean, and then we got so much more to live for. You know what I mean? Yeah. You really have yourself, but you like, my mom loves me. I take care of my mom. You got a kid. You know what I mean? There's so much more that we consider when things happen. To where it's like, this ain't that much going to jail for. I can't put my life on the line. There's so much at risk.
Absolutely.
And I love me. You know what I mean? So it's like it's easier to move on or just let it be. I thought
about that many times of when I used to stay in like Atlanta. That's when I was like kind of going out like that. Mm-hmm. And it's a different vibe, a different energy out there at night. And just being around guys. Like there was this one time I was at this bar with my ex at the time, and at the time both of us were like sort of at our heights in a way of the celebrity shit, the social media fame. So when we would walk in, we would get like certain looks and stuff like that. So this dude, I'm at the bar. This dude comes up to me. He's bigger than me, and he got like his friend with him. And then he say he taps me. He was like, "Hey, I put my $20 right down there, bro. You got my $20?" And then this is super random, And I'm from Memphis, or from you will understand just the area or whatever. So I'm like, it's. When certain energy greets you, it's like an automatic.
Yeah, of course, that's anybody.
Like, yeah,
you take on the energy that you bring in.
You take on that energy.
Absolutely,
exactly. So now I'm like, damn, like we in the middle of the bar. I got my girl here. I gotta protect her. This nigga pressed me over this $20 that it wasn't my fault, and now he's starting to like raise his voice and shit, and then he's like, "Nah, bro, I put my $20 right here, bro. Like, I know that you did something." And I'm like, "Bro, I ain't do nothing with your $20 energy. It got there." So now I'm looking at this nigga in the eye. He looking at me in the eye. And then he looked back at his friend. He looked back at me. He was like, "I was just playing, bro. You race so silly, bro. You I just had to fuck with you real quick." It took me a second to even laugh, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? But I say that to say, I thought about moments like that, where the theory of you drink some Henny and then you at the club and some nigga bump into you all of a sudden, bro. Who the fuck? Who bumped into me? And like how that could literally lead to death, bro. Like people dying. It may not even be you. It may be a random person in a club or whatever. Yeah. But like that is just crazy. So that emotional intelligence shit, I feel like it's so far more important than self.
Yeah. That's the worst part about being like doing the funny shit on Instagram and like just skits is that people want to be funny with you and you don't. You don't know. Yeah. That's why I'd rather be like, bro, I'd rather talk about political seriousness because that energy doesn't even greet. If I was to ever be on that, it would never greet me.
Yeah. I haven't felt that way in a lot of moments. There are moments though. There was a time where I was at what's it called, homecoming it's in Atlanta. It was just like huge, just homecoming for a bunch of the HBCUs out there, and it was flooded with people, bro. Like you can't even, you gotta walk like this you gotta scoot to go wherever you go in like a whole mile radius. And people was tapping me on the shoulder. Say something funny, bro. Say something funny, bro. I can't even run away. And man got his phone out, Snapchat. Hey, bro, it's Ray so silly, bro. Look. I'm like, bro, get me out of here, bro.
Say something.
It
funny.
will happen.
Yeah.
It will happen like that. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that has to suck for real.
It
has its moments. Yeah,
it has its moments. It's amazing moments, and I'm a shy person actually. So I like to talk and all that, but it's usually just with the people closest to me, not like random people. Yeah.
Nah, but this was another great episode.
Yeah,
bro.
it was a great epised.
Yeah. No, we really talked. I love the questions and how you led on it.
Yeah, we gotta do the
Chat
GPT more for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta think of stuff.
Yeah. No, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
but hey, I don't got no more to add.
I'm good, man.
All right, well, this is another episode of Two for the Culture. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Yes, sir.
All right.